Alright guys, I hope you're just excited about the pre-patch that starts July 23rd as much as I am, but here today we are going to talk about a little bit of the changes coming down the road, so let's dig in. So once the pre-patch event kicks off on July 23rd, we open up to a whole new world of things, and first and foremost to me is dragon riding. Obviously I'm calling it the wrong thing, it is now sky riding, and it will be open up to most flying mounts. It'll feel like all, but most of them. I'm sure that there are a few out there that they were unable to kind of get those animations right and everything like that. You won't have to collect those glyphs that you see twinkling up in the Dragon Isles anymore. They will come along with leveling, because skywriting starts at level 10. So as you level, you will progress and you will get those glyphs naturally. Your mount journal filter has been improved. You'll be able to search for just the right mount that you will fit your transmog and your whole aesthetic purpose. You will be able to find that much easier. And to switch back to the old style flying, which everybody who has watched my channel before, and if you have, let me know in the comments below, but I do prefer the older flying. I'm coming around the dragon flying or skywriting. I'm coming around to that, but it's something, the old style is just a little bit easier to me. Now, this is the one that everybody has been super excited about, is the Warbands. That does come in this pre-patch that we get to play around, pick our favorite characters, and on all our realms will be there on our list on the side. Obviously, the main splash screen is going to be limited to 4 characters, but, right now they only have one screen as a background. If we cross these fingers and hope to the Blizzard gods, they will add more so we can get a little more personalization to that. While on that main screen, you'll be able to hover over your characters and see your class, your spec, your profession, how much gold they have, and your N+ scores. So that's something easy if you're digging in for something, trying to decide who you want to do. Obviously, I know all my character specs and whatnot, but getting it on that main page, seeing who's got my gold, where I need to go, and trying to get it to that main source is going to be fantastic. The big transmog thing that everybody's been hearing about, we've heard since BlizzCon, it will be account wide. All characters, things in your current bags will count. Anything will before that you may have traded, sold, whatever, how may you, but those will not be there. But whatever, just hang on to what's in your bags, because as you loot, things will get better. And you know what? You can be that mage and pick up the Tusk of Manaroth if you didn't get Mist of Pandaria remix. And I'm super excited about this. I love running old content, trying to get all the transmogs to complete my sets, and you'll be able to see those sets in your appearance tab on one character. You can look at every one of them, see which ones you're missing, where you need to go, those kind of things. So if you're on your hunter and you need a mage set completed, you will be able to do that from the appearance tab. Gear tokens that you do pick up in that older stuff, do you know how you can be the rogue, death knight, whatever, you have to be certain things to open them. You won't be able to access those as that character, but you will be able to mail them to your alts who can open them, so you can get those appearances. Not as simple as the new system is entirely, but definitely easier, so you can, get that appearance with no problem. Get the Warbound Bank. Everybody can access that, but you have to be a multi-millionaire to get all of them, with the final tab opening up at 2.5 million, which I don't think I've ever seen that much gold on any of my characters. I buy the whale tokens. It's fine. I treat myself so I'm not so struggling when I need to get the feasts or potions or whatever have you to be better at Mythic Plus, all achievements will be merged in account wide, except there will be those specific ones that won't be, but cool. You can actually look at everything from one character and see what you need to work on. Your quest being recorded that has been done on your main character, the map feature will clear that clutter up, and you'll be able to see that your quests that have been done by other characters on that map, you can remove them, make a nice, neat, and tidy quest log, and you can roll from there. I think that's a big one too, because when you are rolling in the Dragonflight as a new character and you hit the M button and it pops up on your screen, and where do you start? And I've talked to a lot of people, a couple friends of mine, they're saying like, really want to get into it and I really want to go, but where do I start? Very hard to explain that to them, that just got to dive in. It's, they're going to have some features that are going to be easier to distinguish. I'll talk about in a little bit later. And M plus portals that we do get from completing, I think it'll be plus 10s in the War Within. They will become account wide and ones previous, because I have a couple characters that have them kind of speckled throughout. I'll be happy to see those in my book. Some simple leveling changes are coming through, so the experience needed has been reduced for pre-patch, so you can level up some alts, get ready for the War Within. If you're looking at the end of season and trying to change something, I did that going into Shadowlands. I ran Hunter for a long time in Shadowlands, then swapped to a mage right near the end, and then opened up Dragonflight with a mage because it was easy to level up. I did a Mechanome. I know, the worst. Did a Mechanome, rolled that up, and then I crawled back to my Hunter at the end of Dragonflight, and I think that is what I will be carrying into the War Within. I will level a couple things. I did start a Rogue. Never have done that before. Two classes I've never played is Rogue and Death Knight. Never really had an interest for them. Druid I've made, but never really carried on, but I have them at max level. The Rogue and Death Knight I do not have at max level. And those Mop Remix characters, if you've been pounding away at that for the last, feels like, weeks, they will transfer over on August 19th. So if you have a arsenal of them, just of your characters sitting around, just wait till August 19th and you'll be able to shift over. If you're impatient like me, make that new character and then enjoy the experience buff that you will get. And once you start those characters in the War Within, Dragonflight will be the starting zone, which we all figured would be happening. Definitely something that, we were relying on BFA, my favorite, to open up new players, new characters once you get out of Exile's Reach. Obviously, you'll have Chromie time and you can level, but it gave us a reason to skip over Shadowlands and not really have to worry about that expansion anymore and giving anybody a, terrible thing. So now we got updated, new things, current story. So enjoy that as you're leveling your alts. You will get access to Visions of Azeroth, which is the quest line. You'll get the first part at pre-patch, kind of get the ball rolling. Once the pre-patch starts, we're on a countdown. We have, a little over a month. Well, actually a month, because July, when that starts, we'll have about a month before everything starts. Because if you got the Epic Edition, you'll get that early access, which puts you at the 22nd of August. Anyway, the Radiant Echoes, the pre-patch event, will start the 30th of July and run all the way till the release of the War Within. You'll get timed events like we've seen at every other pre-patch, but it's really fun. That's where really, to me, the community really shines, and you get a lot of things. You get to swoop in. They bring back characters from the past to feed. I know there's like a Hogger. There's things we've seen out there. They're just going to be all ghostly and blue, and we'll be able to beat them down for new transmogs, equipment, catch-up gear, and just for the fun of it. A big one that I am excited about is talents. The core class and spec talents will go live. Gives me time to, because I have not played any of the beta. I've been wrapped up doing other things and kind of top off my M+ score for the end of the season. But this will give you time to test the new talents. You won't have access to hero talents because obviously that's going to come, later on with the War Within, because you're not leveling. You're going to get hero talents as you level throughout the War Within. And with those talents, with the new ones, you can do a little bit more. You can have more loadouts saved, so you have to delete one. Like I carry an M+, single target, multi-target, raid. I did a short one for PvP for a minute, and that was tragic. But neither here nor there. I am excited to sit down and test out Survival Hunter and Beast Mastery, because that is my pride and joy. Fun UI changes are coming along with the pre-patch. The spellbook is now where your talents are, and it is much larger, so you can get more of a bigger scope of what your characters do. It'll have a search bar, and you'll be able to remove things like passive talents. Like if you're looking for one in particular, you can narrow it down what's not on your action bars, all those kind of cool things. The map is changing a little bit. It will have a legend, and it's going to be a little more user-friendly. The map will be easier to read with event symbols like the hunt, the soup event, the storming of the Black Dragon area. They're all going to be different symbols, so you'll know which ones you're looking at. They're not going to repeat a lot of them. Everybody's heard about the arachnophobia mode, where it turns your nice little spiders to sea spiders known as crabs. So, which is cool. I don't have a problem because I'm being a Beast Mastery Hunter and a Survival Hunter, and pets are a big deal to me, so I do have a couple spiders. Can't change them. And we will be getting new camera changes that makes life a little easier, so you won't get so much of that choppiness that's just kind of as you're circling around, because I hold my right click down like probably everybody else does, and the camera gets a little wonky once it starts throwing you all over the place and you have no idea where you are. Some little things that are going off the side, which I know one of them will not personally affect me, that is the human, like OG racial, that gives a 10% increase to reputations. That is sadly going away. You know, it was one that I never really paid a lot of attention to focus on, just because, like, never really mattered. 10%, but I guess over time it does, and that's why they removed it. Now you'll get the new Hearthstone one, which you get a 5-minute reduced cooldown and a second charge for your Hearthstone. So cheers for humans. Guilds will be cross-realm, so no longer needed to buy these server transfers like I almost did with that last sale that was going on for the summer. Glad I thought that one through, because that would have been pointless, because with Warbands you'll be able to put them on your favorites, get on the list. You can join your friends all wherever they are, which is a very nice thing from Blizzard, so thank you. And the visual effects, there's a couple things for like fears, stuns, movement speed reduction, stuff like that. You'll get a definitely new visual effect for easier visibility when you're in the thick of everything, especially with those new M+ affixes that are out there. Sometimes you'll get a little cluttered up. I know they're working on that, but things are going to get better. And just a couple things that are not coming in. I know I'd already mentioned hero talents are the big one that are not coming in because you're not leveling, so no surprise there. And the Earthen, unlike the Drakthir, the Earthen will not be available until the War Within and opening some quests. So that's it. Definitely a lot of changes, much like the talent system changed in Dragonflight. So things that we get to play with, we got time to do it, we can get comfortable and relaxed with our characters, and ready to help save Azeroth in the War Within. So if you enjoyed my video, come back for the next one. I'll catch you on the next video. See ya.